Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into a really practical guide to, well, complete well-being, and it comes straight from ancient yogic philosophy. We're going to explore a path that's all about shifting our focus away from constantly chasing things on the outside to discovering this incredible, profound sense of peace that's already waiting inside us. Okay, let's just dive right in. Our whole journey really starts with a choice that pretty much all of us face every day. One path is driven by materialism, right? That constant chase for more, which, let's be honest, often just leads to a feeling of greed. But then there's this other path, one that leads inward, toward a more spiritual life and a real, deep sense of contentment. And that's the core of what we're talking about today. So what does this spiritual path actually look like? It's definitely not about escaping the world or anything like that. It's really about finding a whole new way to live in it. So first, let's get super clear on what we're even aiming for. Yeah, and the key thing to get here is that spirituality isn't some far-off, abstract idea. It's actually a really hands-on daily practice. It means you're actively choosing to let go of the negative stuff, connect with what's positive and creative, and just gently soften your own inner world. And this quote just puts it so perfectly. Spirituality isn't some kind of luxury item. It's framed here as the essential antidote to all the conflict and confusion that a purely materialistic life can create. It's basically the tool we need to navigate the crazy complexities of modern life. So, how do we even start? What's really fascinating is that the first step isn't about looking for answers out there. It's actually all about turning our attention inward and simply becoming aware of what's already happening inside of us. I mean, think about it. We live in a world that is constantly screaming for our attention, right? Notifications, headlines, you name it. The real goal here is to find some balance. It's about connecting with that calm, positive core that's inside you, so you're not just constantly reacting to every little push and pull from the outside. And to really build this inner awareness, the source points to three absolutely essential mindsets. This isn't about just, going through the motions. Real, meaningful growth only happens when we approach it with sincerity in our hearts, a seriousness in our effort, and a deep, unwavering commitment to the journey itself. All right, now let's get into a really powerful tool for all this inner work, the ancient practice of mantra. And this is so much more than just chanting. It's about using sound and vibration to directly and pretty profoundly influence our state of mind. The word itself actually tells you exactly what it does. Man comes from the Sanskrit word for mind, and tra means to release or to liberate. So a mantra is quite literally a tool to free the mind from its own constant restless noise. And here's kind of how it works. When you practice chanting, you create this powerful vibration. This vibration helps to calm all that chaotic energy swirling around in the mind. It soothes our nerves, and it actually guides our thoughts away from that scattered, worried state toward one of focused peace. It's a process that truly harmonizes our entire being. So, with a tool like mantra in our back pocket, we can now look at the full roadmap for this inner journey. It's this incredibly comprehensive system called Ashtanga Yoga, which is basically a structured, step-by-step path to self-discovery. Now, this system, it goes back thousands of years, but it's not presented as a religion. Think of it more like a practical, almost scientific method for self-exploration. It's literally designed to systematically expand our awareness, unlock a deeper wisdom, and really help us realize our full potential. And here they are, the 8 limbs or stages of the path. And what's so cool is how it builds from the outside in. See, it starts with yama and niyama, our ethics, our personal codes, which is the foundation for how we deal with the world and ourselves. Then it moves to the physical with asana postures and pranayama breathwork. And from there, we start to turn inward, withdrawing the senses, developing deep concentration. And that leads all the way to the final stages of meditation and unity or samadhi. So, after all this work, where does the path actually lead? What's the point? Well, the goal isn't just to touch your toes or even just feel a little bit calmer. The ultimate destination is a state they call Purn Swasthya, and that means complete, totally holistic health. And this yogic idea of health is, well, it's pretty revolutionary. It's not just about not being sick. The word swasthya literally means to be established in one's own self. So from this point of view, true health is being so centered, so grounded in who you are that absolutely nothing can knock you off balance. And look, here you can see exactly how the whole system fits together to create that complete health. Each pair of limbs targets a totally different area of our lives. The first two, they build our social well-being. The next two work on our physical health. The middle limbs sharpen our mental well-being, and the final two, they cultivate our spiritual well-being. See? Nothing is left out. It is a truly holistic approach. So, this final destination, this state of complete health, isn't just about getting rid of problems. It's about cultivating something positive. It's about the active presence of a deep inner peace, a lasting satisfaction, and the simple, profound pleasure of just being. That is the ultimate promise of this path. So, we've seen this ancient map that leads from the constant chase of materialism to the profound contentment of complete health. And it's not some mystical, unattainable quest. It's a practical, step-by-step process. The path is all laid out. The only question left is, what will your first step be?